you ready? Are you ready for the Royal Rumble predictions? Reid Nation, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. I am super tired. I went to SmackDown Live and I just got home maybe a couple hours ago. If you guys do know, I went to my hair getting long. I went to SmackDown Live. My dang, it's getting brown. I look weird. Anyways, I got the cup. Look at the cup. Let's focus on that shit. Focus. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, any further ado, Royal Rumble is coming up in about 3 weeks. And I am super pumped because my favorite pay-per-views are Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and Survivor Series. Other ones I don't really too much care for, just the fact that it's not as exciting as these other shows. Is the lighting okay for you guys? I'm not sure how the lighting is for you guys, but I'm here and I'm doing a video. So we're gonna go through all the match cards that we have. When I went to SmackDown, they had the triple threat with Carmella, Becky, and Charlotte to see who was going to face Asuka. And as you guys know, Becky actually won that match, which I was shocked. I was expecting Carmella, and I'm gonna go through the reasons why I expected Carmella. I actually mentioned why I thought Becky should not win, and I did it in a who was going to defeat Ronda Rousey streak, as you guys know. But we're just going to get through the predictions, and I will explain that afterwards. So I got the predictions on my computer. Lighting's great. So the first match we're going to be having is Buddy Murphy, Kalisto versus Akira Tozawa. I think Buddy Murphy's going to retain it. He just got the title about a couple months ago, so it makes no sense to take it off him. He's doing really great with the championship. I watched his last pay-per-view match he had against Cedric, and it was absolutely phenomenal. These guys can work their ass off. I think the last pay-per-view I saw them together, them fighting, was probably Crown Jewel. I think it might have been Crown Jewel. But Buddy Murphy seems like he was going to retain it. Kalisto and Akira. Kalisto had the championship, I believe, for a good minute, and I think they didn't really believe in him. So I'm going to give it up to Buddy Murphy to retain it. And, yeah. So the next match we're going to be having is... this was actually officially made on SmackDown. The Bar versus Miz and Shane McMahon. Now, I could say it's a little too early to give them a tag team championship match, but at the same time, I think they're setting up something amazing. I think the Miz and Shane will actually take the championship off, you know, the Bar. The Bar has not really did anything with the championships, you know, not even to be funny or anything. Like, they have not done absolutely nothing with the championships. I haven't seen, like, I don't even know if it was last week. It might have been last week. They weren't even on the show. It was either last week or the week before. They weren't on the show. How are you not gonna have your own champion on the show, excluding Brock? Because that should definitely be talked about. But I think Miz and Shane are gonna take it. This is leading to a big storyline where The Miz might end up winning the championship, maybe turn on Shane, or Shane's going to turn on The Miz. It's going to lead to a big feud for WrestleMania, and we might get The Miz versus Shane at WrestleMania, something like that. It's gonna lead into something great for this feud because The Miz and Shane need some kind of rivalry or storyline to go through, so I'm actually excited to see that match. I want to see if Shane is going to wear the attire that The Miz told him, or is Shane just going to wear the same thing that he usually wears. Now, the next match that we're actually going to be discussing for a little bit is Asuka versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship. Now, my initial thoughts going into the triple threat that came out last night was Carmella was going to win. Charlotte and Becky Lynch were going to both go to the Royal Rumble match, and they were both going to be the last two people in the ring, and Charlotte was going to get eliminated by Becky, and then Becky's going to end up choosing her opponent to be Ronda Rousey to fight at WrestleMania, which leading to Becky Lynch taking the title of Ronda and defeating her streak. It seems like it's not going to be that way because Asuka versus Becky, it seems like they're going this route. I don't know. I said this in my last the Ronda Rousey video. I think it would be stupid if you don't go through the storyline like how it is, how it should be with Becky fighting Ronda at WrestleMania. But this could be a swerve to lead us into having Asuka retain and Becky like enters herself in the Rumble. That'll be like if I was booking this match. Okay, if I booked Asuka versus Becky, this is what I would do. I would have Asuka retain, and then Becky goes backstage, attacks one of the women's stars before they come out for the Rumble, takes their place, and ends up winning the Rumble. And she chooses her opponent. She gets on the mic at the end of the match and says, "I'm choosing Ronda Rousey." And you know, I don't know how to do whatever. I don't know how to do that accent, but that would be the way I would go. But that's not what WWE would do. If WWE does this, then this is going to be a really smart move. I really didn't want to see Asuka versus Becky. I really wanted to see Asuka versus Carmella. Just the fact that we can have Becky and Charlotte in a Rumble, and we already know like the outcome of how that's going to be. If they don't do this and they don't have Becky in the Rumble, I'm going to give my predictions about the Women's Rumble in just a minute. But it's going to be an issue that I do not want. So the next match is the Raw Women's Championship match. Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is not going to win. They're already setting up Ronda to be a great superstar in the WWE. It's no like chance about it. Like Ronda's going to retain. She's going to keep the championship and probably till WrestleMania. Hopefully she doesn't lose the championship at WrestleMania and then leaves. That I don't want to see that. But I do want to see more of a build on Ronda Rousey after she loses the championship at WrestleMania. And then I would, be excited about. The next match we're having is WWE Championship match, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Now, when I went to SmackDown Live yesterday, they had a dark match between each other, but it didn't last long because Daniel Bryan hit AJ in the nuts. It lasted for a good couple of minutes. You guys can go watch the whole dark match on my channel. Yeah. So, in my thoughts, Daniel Bryan's probably going to retain. I don't see them giving AJ the title for long. I don't even know if he renewed his contract, because if you know the reason why they took the title off of AJ was because of a contract reason. He didn't want to have the full-time contract. He wanted to have the part-time contract to stay around with his family, and he didn't negotiate the contract soon. Like, I guess he didn't renew his contract soon enough, so they took the title off him because of it. And it seems like he was okay with it, because I don't know if he's okay with it. I don't typically know people personally, but that, let's just say if he would have renewed that contract, Daniel Bryan wouldn't have that been champion at the moment or at all. I don't think they would have done. I think the Daniel Bryan heel turn was last minute, just the fact that DJ didn't renew his contract. But anyways, I think Daniel Bryan's going to retain. I don't know if it's going to be a dramatic DQ or how it's going to be, but it really should be a good match, because these guys can perform their asses. Like this, they're amazing. I feel AJ Styles should I think he could get the championship back sometime this year, but he's had the championship for way too long. It's time to let somebody else have the championship, which we do. We have Daniel Bryan, the man. Fickle. The yes moment is dead. He is the new Daniel Bryan. Anyways, we got the next match. We got the Universal Championship match. We got Brock Lesnar versus Braun. Get these hands Strowman. So, I'm very kind of iffy about this match. I feel like there's going to be a build-up, but I don't think it's going to last. I know Brock's going to retain. See, when it comes to a Brock match, we should already expect what the outcome is going to be. Brock's going to get in there. He's going to suplex Braun a couple of times and then F5 him in the match. That's my prediction. If the first... I said this years ago when they first had an encounter. I said, look, WWE, not in my head, but I've said it on my channel. I was like, look, you build Braun as a monster. You build him as one of those top, you can't mess with monsters. And they had that. It was then they gave him a match with Brock. I said, look, have the build up go all the way to WrestleMania, so they can fight for the first time at WrestleMania. Because if you have him fight in one of those regular pay-per-views, it's gonna have a big issue. And when Braun first fought him, they didn't even make him like a monster. Like, Braun got his ass kicked. And I was so upset because I was like, dude, they could have just built this up till WrestleMania and have him take the title off Brock at WrestleMania. It would have meant so much. But instead, he did other stuff. And I think it was dumb. Braun should have never fought him at all. They should have just had that big old build-up that was in the back of your mind, that Braun has not faced Brock and Brock doesn't know what Braun can do to him. They should have had that in the back of their mind, but instead they've had this. They went straight ahead and had it, and Braun got destroyed. I can't take Braun serious when he fights Brock anymore. Anybody that fights Brock and don't put on a hell of a fight, I can't take serious. Literally, when Samoa Joe tried to go against Brock, Samoa Joe tried to go against Brock, I thought this was going to be a great match, but it just ended up like every single match that Brock has. He suplex, F5. Like, I don't want you to be... If you're going to be built up as this crazy or interesting person, if you're going to be built up to that extent, please do not have a match with Brock Lesnar and just get squashed. Literally, that... If you're not going to... If the WWE is not going to have you have that match and put on a fight, you shouldn't fight him at all. I think the only person that really put on a fight against Brock Lesnar, and this was a long time ago, was John Cena. I don't think anybody else has put on a serious fight since this man came back towards him was John Cena. Even when he fought Roman Reigns literally barely got upper hand throughout every single match that he's had with Brock. I literally think John has probably got the most out of Brock Lesnar in matches since he's been back since 2012. I won't even count Goldberg because that was a minute match. That wasn't anything like hard fought or sweat. It wasn't much. So I won't even worry about that. Brock Lesnar is definitely retaining. This is going to lead into a WrestleMania match, and I'm going to mention this WrestleMania match when I get through the Royal Rumble. So after this, we have the 30 woman Royal Rumble match, and I don't know who all are going to be in it. As confirmed entrants, we have Carmella, Ember Moon, Natalya, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Alicia Fox, Lena Vega. None of them are going to win. From what I can see, that who would probably win could possibly be... Oh, this makes sense. Hold up. Carmella, I just realized that. Carmella was in the mixed tag match with R-Truth. Whoever won was an entrance in the Royal Rumble. So it didn't make sense for her to actually win a triple threat, and I didn't think about that. But even if she did win that triple threat, they would have just gave her a spot away, which I think she would have been fine with. But this women's Royal Rumble is going to be interesting. I already know the surprise entrants are probably going to be Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Tori Wilson, Kelly Kelly, Lita, Trish Stratus, Molly Holly. Who else is going to be in that Rumble? I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot of like women, old timers that are going to come back. Like, just think about it. If Chyna was still living, they could have brought her back for the Women's Royal Rumble. That would just imagine her music play and she came out. Like, that would have been amazing. But my pick to win the Royal Rumble for the women is Charlotte. I don't know if Becky's going to give, like, I don't know if Becky's going to automatically roll herself in when she loses the match. If she doesn't and she's not in the match at all, then my pick still stands as Charlotte. When Charlotte wins, she could go to WrestleMania to fight Asuka. That could be a rematch from last year. That could actually happen. And Becky could just go a whole different direction and find a way. She can find a way to fight Ronda Rousey. They could go. WWE might go in a whole different direction and find her a way to fight Ronda Rousey, because that has to be. I don't want to see Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. We've already seen their match. We've already seen how it was going to be. I don't want to see that again just yet. I want to see the fresh Becky versus Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. I want to see that, and so Charlotte's going to probably have to face Asuka unless Asuka loses the championship before WrestleMania. I don't see her losing it to anybody special. But hypothetically speaking, let's say Becky finds a way to win the championship again. Then you're going to have Charlotte versus Becky at WrestleMania, possibly. I don't want to see that match. I really do not at all. But if they end up doing that match, then Ronda's not going to lose at WrestleMania. And she won't lose to somebody simple. But they're not going to go that route. We're not going to get Becky versus Charlotte, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Hopefully. But my pick still stands that it's going to be Charlotte to win. I don't see anybody else winning. Sadly, I don't see like Carmella winning. Ember Moon. Like, Ember Moon should really get a push. She should be able to win the Royal Rumble, but they don't. They don't want to push her to the extent. But we're gonna go to the next match, and that is the Men's Royal Rumble. The confirmed entrants so far: John Cena, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Elias, Jinder Mahal, Bobby Lashley, Jeff Hardy, Adonis. I'm gonna say Amos, and R-Truth. R-Truth won his entrant during the Mixed Match Challenge. So I don't think there are going to be any surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble this year. There wasn't many. I don't think there was actually many or any last year. I think we had we had Almas come in last year. He came in the Royal Rumble. I don't think we haven't had that many surprise entrants throughout the Rumble in a long time. If we do get a surprise entrance, they were saying something about Booker T come back to wrestle, so it's a possibility. It's a possibility that he could come back and be in the Rumble. That would be interesting. I liked how he was in the Rumble years ago when Nexus was there, and then I remember how all the announcers were in the Rumble and they were music play. Like, I think they should bring back the 40-man Royal Rumble. That was legit cool, but I guess that takes too much time. I see Drew McIntyre winning the Royal Rumble. I know that's like, what? I honestly think they're building Drew McIntyre to take the Universal Championship off Brock. I think they're gonna give the title to Drew McIntyre. I want to see Brock versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. I know that's a long shot to say, but I think Drew can actually beat Brock's ass. I think Brock can get a real fight off of Drew, because if you see the way Drew manhandles Braun Strowman and manhandles everybody else in the WWE, you would think, like, damn. And plus, he's still the chosen one. So my pick is Drew McIntyre. He's going to go to WrestleMania to fight Brock, and he's going to win the Universal Championship. That's what I think, but you guys might have different opinions. You guys might think Samoa Joe. I don't think it would be any. I think the person to win that Rumble is the person that pushing the most. Like last year, or I think it might have been last year, they pushed Shinsuke, they pushed Asuka, and we already knew they were gonna win. It was so predictable. But this year, for like I wouldn't say it's the Rumbles for each gender is predictable, but I think it has an extent to we probably already know who's gonna win. Like, for example, for women's, it looks like Charlotte might win it, and for men's, Drew. But let me know down below your picks for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Who you think is going to win the matches. Let me know your reasoning down below. I would like to hear it. These are my reasonings. You guys probably have similar reasonings, or who's going to win. We're going to see. I will watch the Royal Rumble. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream. I don't really do live streams of pay-per-views. I might just watch it for what it is. Maybe do a reaction on it. I don't know. But you guys stay in tune and you stay close. I will see you guys next video I post. Renation Raw deuces. One love, one little peace. Catch you guys later. Stay subscribed and stay subscribed and stay blessed. I'm out. See you. Peace.